one loss following their overwhelming 62-0 victory over the Central Wisconsin Bandits last Saturday. In that game, the Cowboys found pay dirt 8 times, 6 times by the offense, once by the defense, and 1 by special teams. Now, leading the way on the offense was Kari Dorsey, who accounted for 166 total yards, including passing and rushing. Yes, you're a stakeholder.
Dorsey looking to throw to the end zone, into the corner, open, touchdown, Cowboys. That is to
Jordan Fonz.
Fonz, all right.
It's been a while since we've heard from Jordan, and touchdown by him. The leading rusher for the Cowboys was Anthony Marquardt, who carried the ball 9 times for 73 yards and a touchdown.
Dorsey, low snap, will
The Northern Light Webcasting Network along with NLWN2 presents Cowboy Kickoff with a look at today's Eau Claire Cowboy Football game. And now, Cowboy Kickoff.
Hello and welcome to Cowboy Kickoff. Rick Olson here in the NLWN2 studio, and we're getting ready to bring you a football game people have had circled on their calendars for quite some time. Today, the 7-1 Eau Claire Cowboys will play host to the 8-0 River City Rough Riders. The Rough Riders are the only team to defeat the Cowboys this season, and the Cowboys would like to exact a little revenge today and force a first-place tie in the Northern Lights Football League Northwest Division. Now, coming up in this edition of Cowboy Kickoff, we'll take a look at today's matchup between the Cowboys and the Rough Riders. Then we'll get Coach Pino's perspective on today's game in Coach's Corner. Then we'll send it out to Simpson Field on the campus of UW Eau Claire, where our broadcast crew will bring you all the play-by-play action of today's game. All that coming up right after this timeout as you're tuned to Cowboy Kickoff on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN2. Welcome back to Cowboy Kickoff. Today, the Eau Claire Cowboys will take on the River City Rough Riders in a battle for first place in the NLFL's Northwest Division from Simpson Field on the campus of UW Eau Claire. The Cowboys come into today's game with a record of 7 wins and 1 loss following their overwhelming 62-0 victory over the Central Wisconsin Bandits last Saturday. In that game, the Cowboys found pay dirt 8 times, 6 times by the offense, once by the defense, and 1 by special teams. Now, leading the way on the offense was Kari Dorsey, who accounted for 166 total yards, including passing and rushing. Yes, you're a stakeholder.
Dorsey looking to throw it to the end zone, into the corner, open, touchdown, Cowboys. That is to
Jordan Fonz.
Fonz, all right.
It's been a while since we've heard from Jordan, and touchdown by him. The leading rusher for the Cowboys was Anthony Marquardt, who carried the ball 9 times for 73 yards and a touchdown.
Dorsey, low snap, will hand it off to Marquardt, and he will take it in for the touchdown.
A welcome return to the lineup for the Cowboys was Jordan Renault, who, coming off concussion protocol, rushed 58 yards on 8 carries and 2 touchdowns.
Set, backs in an eye, and he'll toss that one out to 21.
Renault.
That's Renault.
Touchdown!
Renault into the end zone. So Jordan Renault on a 17-yard touchdown run.
Dorsey was the leading passer for the Cowboys, connecting on 8 of 13 passes for 116 yards with 2 interceptions and 3 touchdowns. Now, one of those passes was a 47-yard touchdown to Jordan Fonz, who's also back in the lineup.
Dorsey steps up to the line, gets a good snap, going to look around again, being pursued, and Dorsey is going to throw it long, and it is a great catch!
Touchdown!
Touchdown,
Fonz!
Cowboys to Fonz!
No flags on the field. Dorsey's quarterback rating was a high for him this season at 90.5. Defense contributed by holding the Bandits to only 5 total yards and a negative 33 yards rushing. They also picked off 3 Bandit passes. The first set up the Cowboys' second touchdown when Akeem Peterson's interception was returned to the 1-yard line.
3rd and 11. Reiner takes a snap, rolls to his right, tosses, and it is picked off by the Cowboys. That is an interception by Akeem Peterson, and he will go into the end zone. Nope, just shy of the end zone.
Sammy McBride capped off the route with another pick 6 late in the 4th quarter.
2:33 remaining, 4th quarter. Snap goes to Reiner. Reiner hesitates, and the ball is picked off. That is intercepted by the Cowboys. That's going to be a pick 6, and that will be by 38. That is Sammy McBride.
Special teams got into the act when Akeem Peterson and Jordan Fonz broke through to block a field goal attempt, and Fonz scooped up the ball and took it to the house.
37-yard field goal attempt, ball set down.
Not even a chance.
No.
Picked up by the Cowboys, and he's going to take it to the house. Jordan Fonz. And into the end zone. Jordan Fonz broke through, and Akeem Peterson as well broke through. There was no chance for them to get the kick away, and Fonz picked it up and took it to the house. The 8-0 River City Rough Riders are coming off a 75-0 win over the Midwestern Wildcats. Now, based on the most recent statistics we have for the Rough Riders, they are led through the air by Javante Davis, who's filling in for the injured Nate Samus. Now, on the ground, the Rough Riders are being led by Davion Clay, who has carried the ball 45 times for 429 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's followed by Tyrell Martin, who has 190 yards on 12 carries and 3 touchdowns, as well as 2 more touchdowns by Jay Peoples, who's accounted for 156 yards on 32 carries. After 6 games, the Cowboys are being led through the air by Kari Dorsey, who's filling in for the injured Andrew Barnes. Dorsey has completed 12 of 31 for 267 yards and 4 touchdowns with 4 interceptions for a quarterback rating of 70.2. The leading receiver so far this season has been Taquan Hodges, who's caught 19 passes for 311 yards and 4 touchdowns. Right behind Hodges is Jordan Fons, who has 14 catches for 331 yards and 6 touchdowns. On the ground, the Cowboys are being led by the 3-headed monster of Anthony Marquardt, Jordan Renault, and Ujay Wilkerson. Combined, they have carried the ball 141 times for 799 yards and 18 touchdowns. The Cowboys and the Rough Riders met back on May 20th in Galesville, with the Rough Riders coming out on top 30-12. Now, those points represent the only points scored against the Cowboys this season. Coming up next on Cowboy Kickoff, I caught up with Cowboy interim head coach Brian Pino and had a chance to talk about today's game. That's coming up on Coach's Corner, as you're tuned to Cowboy Kickoff on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN2.
If your estate isn't looking quite estate-like, let Midwest Environmental Consultants landscape your estate right up to snuff with installation of retaining walls, brick patios, foundation planting beds, and so much more. Then they'll keep it that way with their expert lawn care service. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 608-468-2067. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants help make your estate the showplace of the neighborhood. Time now for Coach's Corner, with a look at today's game from the coach's point of view. And now, Coach's Corner.
Well, surprise. We're not talking with interim head coach Brian Pino. We're talking with defensive coordinator Seth Kuhn of the Cowboys. And, Coach, today the Cowboys are about to play a game that people have had circled on their calendar for quite some time, when they take on the River City Rough Riders. But before we get to that, last week the Cowboys continued their dominant football play as they basically had their way with the Central Wisconsin Bandits 62-0. Your comment about the performance of the Cowboys that day?
Well, we've said it from the start, and we'll keep saying it. We've had a great group of guys since the beginning of this season. They've showed a lot of talent, a lot of commitment from this team, and they've been showing up week in and week out, and they've been delivering.
Now, the defense, and this is your bailiwick, held the Bandits to 5 total yards and a -33 on the ground. Your comment about the shutdown play of the Cowboy defense?
I mean, I'm a defensive guy, so I can't really take that away from these guys. It's so much fun watching them go out there and fly around, and that's really what you see when this defense goes out there. These guys have been committed to learning the defense, and when you know the defense like it's the back of your hand, you can fly around and have fun, and they show that every week.
Now, it appears as though the front 7 between your defensive line and your linebackers, they've been wreaking havoc on teams so far this year. Your thoughts about especially that group in the front 7?
It's been a mashup actually throughout a lot of this season. We've been putting some new guys in throughout the weeks, mixing it up a little bit. Russ Hayden in particular, wreaking havoc up the middle the last couple weeks. He came to me a couple weeks ago and he said, "Hey, I really want a chance to play some D tackle," and he's really showed out the last couple weeks. So we're looking forward to see what he can do in particular. But we got a solid core group of guys that have been mixing in and delivering the results.
And in fact, you mentioned Russ Hayden. He had a career game against the Bandits. He was in their backfield more often than their running backs.
Yeah, absolutely, and we really hope to see that going into this next week. It's a great game to come off of with a lot of confidence, so we'd like to see the same from him this week.
Now, offensively, the Cowboys found pay dirt 5 times. Your comments about the play of the Cowboy offense and how it's coming around.
It's really awesome to see that. You know, Bob Brown came in, our new OC came in about halfway through the season, and he's been doing a lot of work trying to get these guys to understand his new playbook, and you've seen the results. Like I said, again, hope to carry that into this next week.
Well, I'll give you some, for instances, the offense put up nearly 300 total yards, scored 6 times. The passing game seemed to come around with Kari Dorsey 8 for 13 for 116 yards, and on the ground, your backs accounted for 181 yards rushing. How does it feel to have that 3-headed monster back in the backfield with Anthony Marcourt and Jordan Renault and Ujay Wilkerson? Is this the offense that you've been looking for all season?
Absolutely. You kind of alluded to it. It's been a little bit of a slower start on the ground for us, but we've been building up to it, especially with this new playbook. Coach Bob is putting a lot of confidence and responsibility in their hands, and our front guys up front, our front 5, are creating some space. And like, again, going into the Rough Riders game, this is exactly what you need.
So today, the Cowboys are going to take on the River City Rough Riders in a game that's, well, pretty much for first place in the NLFL Northwest Division. The Rough Riders defeated the Cowboys back in May for the Cowboys' only loss of the season and the only points scored against the Cowboys all season. So what can you tell us about the Rough Riders, and how do you expect that game to be different from the one in May?
I mean, obviously, the Rough Riders have a stellar program for the last several years and a stellar head coach. 2-time champs, looking for a three-peat, national runner-ups. They got a great program. They show up and they compete every single game against the tough teams across the nation now. You know, they're the ones that really showed us what we are in that first meetup. But I bet you it's going to be a little bit different this time around. Okay, well,
thank you, Coach Kuhn, for joining us today on Coach's Corner, and hopefully the Cowboys will find a way right into that division title. And coming up we'll have more Cowboy Kickoff.
You've been tuned to Coach's Corner, with a look at today's Cowboy game from the coach's point of view. Stay tuned. Coming up is more Cowboy Kickoff.
Let NLWN TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network take you out to the ballgame. Our next broadcast will be on Sunday, July 16th, when we will bring you the Cavaliers taking on the Bloomer Woodticks in a doubleheader from Bloomer, Wisconsin. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN TV begins with the In the Dugout show at 12:05 p.m. That's a live Eau Claire Cavalier doubleheader on Sunday, July 16th on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN TV.
Welcome back to Cowboy Kickoff, as we're getting ready to bring you all the action of today's critical game between the Eau Claire Cowboys and the River City Rough Riders. Now, taking a look around the Northern Lights Football League, the NLFL had a full slate of games last Saturday. In addition to the Cowboys overwhelming the Central Wisconsin Bandits 62-0, the River City Rough Riders manhandled the Midwestern Wildcats 75-0. Meanwhile, the Midwest Warriors took care of business against the Rock River Rampage 22-0 as the Madison Mad Dogs trounced the Tri-City Bulldogs 70-0. The Brown County Blackjacks edged the Wisconsin Ravens 12-2, while the Manitowoc Mariners defeated the Fox River Raiders 43-0. That leaves the standings in the NLFL as follows. In the Northeast Division, we see the Brown County Blackjacks leading the way at 6-2, while the Manitowoc Mariners at 5-3 are one game back in second place. The 4-4 Wisconsin Ravens are in third place, just 2 games back, while the Fox River Raiders are sitting 4 games behind at 2-6. In the Southeast Division, the Illinois Cowboys remain in first place at 8-0, while the Southern Lakes Blue Devils at 6-2 are 2 games behind. In the Southwest Division, the Midwest Warriors lead the way at 6-2. The Madison Mad Dogs are sitting in second place at 5-3. they're just one game back, and they're being followed by the Rock River Rampage at 3-5, who are 3 games behind, and the Tri-City Bulldogs are sitting at 0-8, 6 games off the pace. In the Northwest Division, the River City Rough Riders are unbeaten with an 8-0 record. They're followed by the Cowboys at 7-1, while the Central Wisconsin Bandits are 6 games back at 2-6. And the Midwestern Wildcats round out the division at 1-7, 7 games off the pace. Today, the NLFL is back to a full schedule. In the Northwest Division, the Cowboys are hosting the River City Rough Riders at Simpson Field on the UW Eau Claire campus, while the Central Wisconsin Bandits travel to Galesville High School to take on the Midwestern Wildcats. In the Northeast Division, the Wisconsin Ravens will host the Fox River Raiders at J.F. McGee Elementary School in Two Rivers, and the Brown County Blackjacks will travel to Ron Rubik Municipal Athletic Field in Manitowoc to take on the Manitowoc Mariners. In the Southwest Division, the Tri-City Bulldogs will face off against the Midwest Warriors at Partyville High School, while the Madison Mad Dogs will travel to Beloit to challenge the Rock River Rampage at the former Beloit Catholic High School. Now, coming up next, we'll wrap up Cowboy Kickoff and get you ready for today's game between the Eau Claire Cowboys and the River City Rough Riders. You're tuned to Cowboy Kickoff on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, but with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
Welcome back to Cowboy Kickoff. Today we have the Cowboys battling for first place in the NLFL Northwest Division against the River City Rough Riders. The Cowboys would very much like to get some revenge for the loss they suffered at the hands of the Rough Riders back in May. Now, knowing that the points scored against the Cowboys by the Rough Riders in that game are the only points scored against the Cowboys this season, the Cowboys feel pretty good that a victory today will put them in a good position for a division title and a playoff spot. The key to today's game for the Cowboys is, can that Cowboy defense continue their lights-out performance from the past couple of games? Also, can the Cowboy passing attack continue to develop the efficiency it had while Andrew Barnes was healthy? One thing the Cowboys must be careful is not to commit some of the foolish penalties that haunted them in last week's game. So it all adds up to some exciting football action, with the Cowboys facing the Rough Riders with a lot on the line. Right here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2. Now in just a few moments, we'll send it out to Jay Fall, Pete King, and Dan Petchow at Simpson Field on the campus of UW Eau Claire, and they'll have all the play-by-play action for you coming up next. You've been tuned to Cowboy Kickoff on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
You've been tuned to Cowboy Kickoff on NLWN 2 with a look at today's Eau Claire Cowboys game. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Eau Claire Cowboy Football.
It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not, Slayton's Technology Services can help when your computer decides to not cooperate. It can be very frustrating. Let Slayton's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Slayton's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Slayton's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Slayton's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
The following is a presentation of the Northern Lights Football League. The Northern Light Webcasting Network, along with NLWN2, present Eau Claire Cowboys Football. Follow the Cowboys all season long as they work their way through the Northern Lights Football League. And now, out to the stadium for Eau Claire Cowboys Football.
Good afternoon and welcome to Simpson Field on the campus of UW Eau Claire. This is the game that could determine first place in the Northwest Division of the Northern Light Football League. The undefeated River City Rough Riders in 8 contests, they're from La Crosse, will be here to take on the Eau Claire Cowboys with 1 loss, and that only loss to these Rough Riders down at their place. And we invite you to stay tuned. This should be a great football game. Today's Eau Claire Cowboy football game is brought to you by Altoona Auto Body, Ashley Furniture, Athletic Wellness of Eau Claire, the Doghouse Bar and Grill in Whitehall, Drop Zone Septic and Portable Toilet Rentals, Gino's Pizza in Eau Claire, the Happy Hollow, Highland Fitness, Home Inspectors of America, and Jared Hofling, Menominee Eye and Optical, Midwest Environmental Consultants, Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax, the Newborn Village Renaissance Festival in Chippewa Falls, Pepsi-Cola, Royal Credit Union, Slayton's Technology, Soper's Fiber Optics, Sterling Optical of Eau Claire, the United States Army, and Valley Sports Academy in Halley, Manru Chiropractic in Mondovi. Be sure to thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Eau Claire Cowboy Football here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN2. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Hey, Jake, can you take a picture of the Rough Riders roster? The news. He's got to get the...
Oh, sure.
He's got to...
Royal Credit Union's low rates and flexible terms on auto loans can help keep your payments low. Get a great rate on your next car or truck purchase, or refinance an existing vehicle with an auto loan from Royal Credit Union. Royal also offers loans for buying or refinancing boats, UTVs, and other vehicles. Royal Credit Union wants to help keep your payments low. Check rates and apply for a Royal Credit Union vehicle loan online at rcu.org/auto-rate. Subject to credit approval.
Highland Fitness is a locally owned gym operated right here in the Chippewa Valley. Save time and gas money with our 2 Eau Claire locations that are close to where you live, work, and play. Our Westridge location is open 24 hours a day. Convenient, friendly, and comfortable. Say hi to a better you at Highland Fitness.
Welcome back to Simpson Field. The Rough Riders won the coin toss and deferred to the second half. So Pat Hammond is talking to both sets of players here, and we'll see it again. So the Cowboys will recede to start the first half of today's game. Paul Renault is here. He's going to be doing double or triple duty here as far as running the scoreboard, keeping the stats, and doing our color commentary. And Paul, this should be a great one.
Oh, Jay, it definitely should be. You know, the game was a lot closer the first time these teams met up than the score finished. I mean, we were within 6 points in the fourth quarter, so looking for a great matchup today.
Right, and as Paul mentioned, the game was down there, and so the rematch up here as the regular season is coming to an end here. We'll share with you some stats for both teams here. As far as the Cowboys go, the leading rusher is Anthony Marquardt with 305 yards and 55 carries. That's an average of 5.5, and he's run in for 6 touchdowns. Behind him, U.J. Wilkerson has an average of 5.3 yards per carry and has scored 7 touchdowns. Kari Dorsey, a lot of rushing at quarterback, an average of 12.4 yards a carry, or for 247 yards, and he's carried in for 3 touchdowns. Kari Dorsey, as far as passing this season, is 12 of 31 with 4 interceptions, 267 yards and 4 touchdowns. His average per reception is about 22 yards, and his quarterback rating 70.2. So Kari was the one that was selected to replace Andrew Barnes. They tried several other guys. Barnes, it wrapped up his season 37 out of 76 and 5 interceptions, 670 yards of receptions, 11 touchdowns, and a rating of 91.6. So Kari Dorsey has been in there and has picked up a lot of continued, running and passing and moving the offense as we're moved into this game here. Leading receiver, Taquan Hodges, he's got 19 catches for 311 yards. Or check that, Jordan Fons is the leading receiver yardage-wise, 14 catches for 331 yards and 6 touchdowns. That's an average of nearly 24 per catch. Taquan Hodges is next at 311. He's got 4 touchdowns. And actually, when Kari Dorsey wasn't playing quarterback, he is number 3, 152 yards of receiving, and he caught the 3 touchdown passes for an average of about 22. Team still warming up as we prepare for this NLFL Northwest Division showdown. The River City Rough Riders and the Eau Claire Cowboys. Kickoff will be coming your way shortly. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're watching Eau Claire Cowboy Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN2.
Let Menominee Eye and Optical help you see the world for the beautiful place it is. Doctors Nicholas and Marianne Comro provide
You're doing a lot.
She said we go back and watch it. Including pediatric and special needs patients. Whether it's examination for glasses to cataract and LASIK care, or diagnosis and management of macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy, glaucoma, and so much more. In addition, Menominee Eye and Optical's experienced opticians will help guide you to the highest quality eye care for the best value. That's Menominee Eye and Optical, located at 520 Wilson Avenue in Menominee, where they specialize in quality, personalized care for you and your family.
Valley Sports Academy, the Chippewa Valley's only full-service, indoor, sports training facility. Whatever your sport, Valley Sports Academy has a program for you. Valley Sports Academy has an emphasis on state-of-the-art performance training in hockey, soccer, lacrosse, baseball, and softball. VSA's facility allows for customized coaching, training, and experiences to help elevate athletes of all ages to reach new levels. Check out Valley Sports Academy at 1855 125th Street in Lake Hallie, or call them at 715-839-2700.
If everybody will stand and remove cover, we will do the national anthem by Rachel Price.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner. My bad. Okay. Oh, say does. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, say can you see the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting through air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Rachel. All right, all the players are going to meet at the middle of the field for a quick prayer for Nate Sammons.
Nate Sammons is a River City Rough Rider starting quarterback in the first part of the season. Suffered a head injury in one of the games and is still healing from that. So both teams taking a moment of silence to reflect on that. All right, getting ready for action. The Cowboys will be kicking off to the Rough Riders as the Rough Riders won the toss and deferred to the second half. Game time here, we have a hazy, smoky sky, 79 degrees, and winds from the west-northwest at about 9 miles an hour. And you can just kind of, as you might be able to see in the background, looking over toward Sacred Heart Hospital above the 40-yard line to the right there, you can see a lot of smoke still in the air, and we've got an air quality alert still going on. But this game scheduled for this one for now and ready to get underway. So the referee in today's game is Pat Hammond, and I'm not sure exactly about the rest of the crew, but we'll assume it's normally the crew that works with Pat.
Looks like we got Sage Weiss and Anthony Marquardt to receive.
All right. Well, I thought he signaled that the Cowboys were going to kick off, but it looks like the Rough Riders are going to. Oh, okay. The Cowboys are going to receive since the Rough Riders deferred. Rough Riders in gray with white numerals trimmed in black, and the Cowboys in the black jerseys with the purple numbers trimmed in orange. The kicker for the Rough Riders is Jalonzo Jackson. He's a wide receiver for the Rough Riders. Cowboys to receive, they're going to be moving from right to left as you look on, or toward the north, toward Claremont Avenue. Check that, the south to Claremont Avenue. And here we go. Low end over end kick is going to bounce at the 20 and keep bouncing down inside the 5 as it's picked up.
Anthony Marquardt return.
And Marquardt gets it up across the 15-yard line up to about the 19-yard line, and that's where we will see the Eau Claire Cowboys on their first offensive drive of this game. Rough Rider defense ready. Cowboys getting a few more people in there. When this game is over, we invite you to switch over to our sister station, NLWN TV, and watch the Eau Claire Cavaliers as they take on the St. Louis Park, Minnesota Pirates. That game will get underway right about the time this one gets done. Kari Dorsey is the quarterback for the Cowboys. Pat Hammond's been talking to both teams about something. Ball is set. Dorsey in the shotgun.
All right, so that was for Nate Samus.
Okay. That was also for Nate Samus. They threw the delay game flag and then waved it off.
Looks like Anthony Marquardt and Noah Hayden are in the backfield with Kari Dorsey.
Dorsey and the pistol, two wideouts near side, or one wideout near side. Dorsey takes the snap. He's going to roll off to his right, and he hangs onto it and will take it across the 20-yard line. Get it across to about the 21, maybe about 23. Picks up about 3 on the carry, and it will be officials' timeout on the field.
Hold the clock.
Cowboys come up to the line, one near side, wide out, 2 on the far side. Dorsey in the pistol takes the snap, gives it to the deep back in that formation, and that's Marquardt. And Marquardt will drive it right up the middle, across the 25-yard line, gets it up to about the 28-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Cowboys. 14-10 left to go in the first quarter. Good crowd here on hand to see the top 2 teams in the Northwest Division of the NLFL. Dorsey takes the snap, fakes a handoff, then will make a pitch back to Marquardt. Marquardt around the outside gets the ball out across the 35-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and that's a 1st down for the Cowboys. In fact, let's see where they're marking his progress. It looks like they're going to place the ball right at the 35. First and 10 Cowboys. Cowboys will come up to the line with the same formation. Different backs in the backfield. It's Dorsey.
Looks like U.J. Wilkerson and Jordan Rennell.
And Wilkerson will get it, go right up the middle, and he'll push it up to about the 37-yard line. Second down and 8. 12:22 to go, first quarter, no score between the Eau Claire Cowboys and the River City Rough Riders, coming to you live from Simpson Field on the UWEC Eau Claire campus. Wilkerson and Renault still in the backfield. Snap goes to Dorsey. Dorsey looking to throw, gets out of a grasp and escapes again, but he's not going to escape the third time. The officials are going to say that that ball went down on contact, so it's a loss for the Cowboys. And the Cowboys take a timeout. 11:35 to go, first quarter, no score. Eau Claire Cowboys and River City Rough Riders. You're watching Eau Claire Cowboy Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN2.
Let NLWN2 and the Northern Light Webcasting Network bring you some tough semi-pro gridiron action. Our next broadcast will be on Saturday, July 22nd, when we will bring you the Eau Claire Cowboys taking on the Madison Mad Dogs from Verona, Wisconsin. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN2 begins with Cowboy Kickoff at 2:40 p.m. That's live Eau Claire Cowboy Football on Saturday, July 22nd on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN2.
Dr. Andrew Van Roo and the rest of his team at Van Roo Chiropractic have been committed to addressing your unique needs. Whether you are experiencing back pain, neck pain, headaches, or even muscular tightness and tension, Van Roo Chiropractic is the place to go. Van Roo Chiropractic can help you attain your everyday wellness goals. Van Roo Chiropractic has been serving the Chippewa Valley since 1997. Call Van Roo Chiropractic at 715-926-6001 to receive the answers to your questions. That's Van Roo Chiropractic at 910 Countryside Parkway in Mondovi.
Dorsey looking to throw long, a wobbly one on the near side, and it is out of bounds. It was picked off by the Rough Riders' Keith Richardson. However, he was well out of bounds when he caught it, so that is going to bring up 4th and 15 for the Cowboys from their own 30-yard line. Join us tomorrow on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and NLWN TV as we bring you Eau Claire Cavalier baseball. The Cavaliers will travel to Bloomer, Wisconsin to take on the Bloomer Woodticks. Coverage begins at 12 noon with the Dugout Show, followed by live play-by-play action. 4th and 15 for the Eau Claire Cowboys on their first offensive drive. The line of scrimmage is the 30. And a low punt will bounce at midfield and be picked up quickly by one of the Rough Riders. And they'll say that he ran out of bounds with it at the 48 of the Cowboys. So now we'll see the Rough Riders on their First try at offense, no score, 10:45 remains first quarter. Quarterback is Josh Murray for the Rough Riders. And I can hear what's the play, which is something that probably nobody really wants to hear. And to find out, well, now it's a timeout called by the referee. And I wonder if with Pat Hammond in the huddle, I'm wondering if we're going to have a similar start to the offensive set for the Rough Riders as the Cowboys did. Rough Riders up to the line of scrimmage, pretty much right in front of where I'm sitting, the 48 of the Cowboys. And Josh Murray hands it off to that's Devion Clay, and Clay with a burst carries it further into Cowboys territory for the first down for the Rough Riders. Ball is on the Cowboys 37. As Murray up under center, or Murray back in the pistol. And again, he will give it to Devion Clay. Clay will be kept in bounds here on the near side. Stopped at about the 31-yard line of Eau Claire, or the 30. So that'll be second down and about 4. 10:13 remaining first quarter. No score between the Eau Claire Cowboys and the visiting River City Rough Riders. 8-0 on the season. Cowboys 7-1. Cowboys can take this one. There'll be a tiebreaker session that needs to happen. Devion Clay gets the ball immediately, and he
was there first.
Yeah. He was right there, didn't get it even across the line of scrimmage. That's going to be big loss for the Rough Riders, almost back to the original line of scrimmage. Well, I guess not. It's going to be up to the 33. Cowboys break the huddle. Devion Clay is the lone setback with Josh Murray. And Murray's going to keep it, and come down the near side, and he's gone into the end zone for the first touchdown of the game. That is a 33-yard run.
The defense all went to the play fake on that one and left the quarterback just to jog down the sideline and score.
So Josh Murray, a 33-yard run at 8:59 to go in the first quarter. So now we will see the two-point conversion. Yeah, and that's that hasn't happened very often, Paul, on the defense with the Cowboys this year.
No, not at all. I think that's the longest run they've given up all season.
So the Rough Riders with a two-point conversion attempt. And it looks like they will attempt to kick an extra point. The kicker, Troy Prill, who's a D lineman and linebacker normally. The holder is the quarterback, and the kick going, nope, it goes off to the left. So at 8:59 to go, first quarter, it is the River City Rough Riders 6, the Eau Claire Cowboys nothing. You're watching Eau Claire Cowboy Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2.
Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax has just what you need when you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it. Mom's is open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily and until 9 on Fridays with a complete breakfast menu. Lunch includes sandwiches, salads, wraps, and burgers, along with Mom's comfort food favorites, and don't forget dinner on Fridays with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee always hot, the breakfast always delicious, and lunch puts a smile on your face. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax.
We've got Weiss and Marquardt back deep again.
Yes. Doing the kicking for the River City Rough Riders, Jalonzo Jackson. Again, a low bullet. It's going to be taken at the 20-yard line.
Looks like that's number 14.
Yep, 14. That's Jax Lazine brings that back. And he gets it pretty close to midfield. Took it at the 20, brought it up to about the 47. So that's about a 27-yard return. So the Cowboys starting in good field position here. Let's see if they can move the ball. 6-0 River City Rough Riders leading the Eau Claire Cowboys. Cowboys.
Looks like Wilkerson and Hayden in the backfield with Dorsey.
Pair of wideouts on the near side, one on the far side. Dorsey takes the snap and fakes a handoff, and he's going to run forward with it right up the middle, or off left tackle actually, and he will get the ball into Rough Rider territory down to the 45-yard line, picks up a 9.
Looks like 2nd and 2 here.
We've got a matchup of running quarterbacks here. This is going to be interesting. 2nd and 1. Pair of wideouts comes to the near side this time. Dorsey takes the snap. He'll pitch that one back.
Pitch it to Renault.
Renault.
Nowhere to go.
No, he can't make the cut upfield. And they're also going to say the ball got loose.
And we've got a flag on the way, it looked like.
Whistles all over the place. Let's see what's going on over there.
We had offsides, or there's a flag or something going on.
Referee Pat Hammond coming to the center, and it is offside on the Rough Riders.
It'll give us a first down.
So another factor there for Jordan not having anywhere to go.
So we'll have first down coming.
And so the ball will be placed on the Rough Riders 41-yard line. 7:46 remains in the first quarter, and we're ready to get underway again. Owen Wilkerson in the backfield. Dorsey takes the snap, gives it to Wilkerson. Wilkerson up the middle will drive it up to near the 40, gains about 1. When this game is over, we invite you to tune over to our sister station, NLWN TV, to watch the Eau Claire Cavaliers take on the St. Louis Park, Minnesota Pirates. That game will start about the time this one gets done. 2nd and 9. As Dorsey in the pistol, 2 wideouts far side. Snap, and the ball given to Renault. Renault with a nice run around the near side. Renault, 25-20. Great first down run.
20-yard pickup for Renault there.
So the Cowboys moving the ball well, getting near the red zone. And ball is placed at the 21-yard line, it looks like. 1st and 10, Cowboys. They are in Rough Rider territory. Dorsey has Wilkerson to his left side this time. Renault is deep. Snap, and rolls around to pass on the near side. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown! That's Taquan Hodges.
Great play fake on that one. Tristan Payton was actually in the backfield. So it looks like the defense thought the big man was going to get the ball.
So the game even now at 6:02 to go in the first quarter. 6 for the Cowboys, 6 for the River City Rough Riders, and the Cowboys can take the lead here.
Jay, when we can run the ball effectively like that, it leaves that play action wide open. Great call by the offense. We're set up to go for 2 with Peyton and Renault in the backfield.
And it handoff goes to Renault, and they got him at the ankles.
On that one.
Yeah. So we remain tied, 6:02 remaining. First quarter, it is the Eau Claire Cowboys 6 and the River City Rough Riders 6. You're watching Eau Claire Cowboy Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN2.
Come on and join our team. That's right, you can be part of the fast-growing fiber optics industry by joining with SOPR's Fiber Solutions. We're looking for motivated individuals who can help us expand our aerial, underground, and internal fiber termination services. Call SOPR's Fiber Solutions at 715-289-3337. That's SOPR's Fiber Solutions, your fiber network specialists.
And it looks like number 6 is returning for the Rough Riders.
Corey Jefferson Jr. Actually, Jefferson and another teammate both touched that ball, and he's getting help up now. Couldn't get it out of there quick enough, and so they're back at the 26-yard line, their own. So all kinds of sixes going on right now. The score is 6-6, Cowboys and Rough Riders, and we're inside the 6-minute mark. 5:59 to go here in the first.
Well, Jay, it looks like some rain might be rolling in here.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little dark. That smoke has been hanging on for the last several days and still lingering all over here. And nice defensive work in the backfield led by Torrante Wilson. The ball carrier there was Jeffrey Peoples. And Wilson and another teammate met him shortly after he got the ball.
Looks like no gain.
Nope, 2nd and 10. Six, six. Second and 10 for the Rough Riders. Pumping long pass to a wide open 13. That's Javante Davis. And Davis is rolled down at the 10-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Trying to see if there's more than an 8 on that number. 18, yep, so that's Jamar Davis. So the Rough Riders down on the Cowboy 11. Rough Riders showing on that one what has helped to get them to 8-0. They can run and pass. A wobbly snap, but it's handed off to Jeffrey Peoples. Peoples with a pretty good space to run through right up the middle. Ball is going to be placed.
Looks like the 4-yard pickup.
Yeah. Looks like it's on the 6. Well, let's see. We're on the, we'll call it the 7-yard line. Rough Riders, 2nd down. Taking the snap is Murray. Murray's going to run it himself, makes a move, and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Rough Riders. So that's the 2nd running touchdown of the day, scored by Josh Murray. Had a 33-yarder earlier in the quarter, and that one, he came in from 8.
Yeah, Jay, it looks like they're going to try to get him to the outside.
Join us on Saturday, July 22nd on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and NLWN2 as we bring you the Cowboys as they travel to Verona, Wisconsin to take on the Madison Mad Dogs in their final regular season game of 2023. Coverage begins at 2:30 with Cowboy Kickoff, followed by live play-by-play action. Again, Troy Prill is going to attempt the point after here. Josh Murray, the quarterback, is his holder. Ball set down, kick goes up, and it is going to again be short. So with 4:15 to go in the first quarter, it is the River City Rough Riders 12, and there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see. And we'll get the signal from referee Pat Hammond. Personal foul, running into the kicker, Cowboys. So, may try it again here. Let's see. 4:15 to go, first quarter. And they'll try it again. And the Rough Riders break the huddle. This will, it looks like, will be a 2-point conversion attempt now. Josh Murray is the quarterback. Has Jeffrey Peoples with him in the backfield, and now we're going to stop action here. Referee and the back judge talking now. Join us tomorrow on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and NLWN TV as we bring you Eau Claire Cavalier baseball. The Cavaliers will travel to Bloomer, Wisconsin to take on the Bloomer Woodticks. Coverage begins at 12 noon with the Dugout Show, followed by live play-by-play action. Yeah, I think it was placement of the ball that they were talking about. They actually looked like they moved it back when with the penalty they should have moved it forward.
Looks like it's on the 1 yard line now.
Yeah. Murray with Peoples to his right. 2-point conversion attempt. And it's tossed into the end zone, wide open in the near corner. Number 3, that's Jalonzo Jackson. And with 4:15 to go, first quarter, it's 14-6. River City Rough Riders leading the Eau Claire Cowboys. You're watching Cowboy Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN2.
I love the pizza we get when we go to Gino's Pizza.
That's because Gino's has been voted best pizza in the Chippewa Valley 5 years in a row.
I think it's because Gino's uses the freshest ingredients, premium quality meats, cheeses, savory spices, and zesty toppings, and all served with attention to detail.
Now you're making me hungry. Let's head to Gino's Pizza.
Scott and the rest of the folks at Gino's Pizza would like to invite you to come out and try the area's best pizza. Call about Monday through Wednesday dine-in specials at 715-835-2000. That's Gino's Pizza at 5110 Fairview Drive, Eau Claire, right next to Chaos Water Park.
Welcome back to Simpson Field. 14 for the River City Rough Riders, 8-0 in the NLFL, 6 points for the Eau Claire Cowboys. Corey Jefferson Jr. Now let's check that. No, that's Jalonzo Jackson now, it looks like. Kicking off for the Rough Riders.
Marquardt, Lazine, and Weiss back deep, but the kick is short.
And it's
out of bounds.
Yeah, it's go out of bounds about the 25-yard line is where they dropped the marker.
So that'll take it up to the 45-yard line, I believe.
Officials getting a new game ball. And it will be advanced to the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. 4:15 to go. First quarter, 14-6 lead for the Rough Riders out in front of the Eau Claire Cowboys.
Wilkerson and Hyden in the backfield now.
Dorsey has Wilkerson on his side. And Dorsey running out of time, being pursued, taking it himself. He's going to get up to the 40-yard line, so he'll gain 5 yards before he is sandwiched by the Rough Riders, Willie McCaleb and Aaron Taylor. Northern skies starting to get a little grayer. They do have that lightning detection system here at Simpson Field, so there's lightning in the area. We're going to hear a horn going off. 2 wideouts over on the far side. Dorsey takes the snap. To the deep back, that's U.J. Wilkerson.
Pick up 2.
He'll get the ball up to about the 42-yard line of Eau Claire. Approaching 3 minutes left in the first quarter. There's a lot of mooing going on over on the other side. I'm not sure what that's all about, but... And it looks like we have a timeout on the field. 2:51 remaining. First quarter, the River City Rough Riders 14, the Eau Claire Cowboys 6. You're watching Eau Claire Cowboy Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2.
Attention all my lords and ladies. It's time to travel back to the time when the nights were gallant and the festivals were grand. Do just that at the Newborn Village Renaissance Festival for 4 thrilling weeks from June 10th through July 2nd. Visit with the merchants who will be vending their wares, or enjoy what the village cooks and bakers have prepared as savory sensations and tantalizing sweet treats to fill your bellies. Plenty of activities for the kids, so this is a great place for the whole family. The Newborn Village Renaissance Festival is located at the Eagle Ridge Festival Grounds, 2302 Nelson Road in Chippewa Falls. So journey with us back in time at the Newborn Village Renaissance Festival from June 10th through July 2nd.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
You're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
Third and 3 for the Cowboys. Dorsey awaiting the snap, gets it. Rolls to his left open, and he's going to keep running. He's out to the 45 and has wrestled down, pulled back toward there, but he should have enough for the first down.
Looks like we got a flag in the area holding, maybe.
That's exactly what it is, Paul. So it's coming back. .242 to go, first quarter. 14-6, Rough Riders lead the Cowboys. Holding on the Cowboys. Going back 10 yards to the 32. And that's the horn that we were talking about. And I guess until the officials see some lightning, we're going to keep playing. Two wideouts, far side, one to the near side. Actually, looks like Wilkerson's going to go into the slot on the far side. Dorsey is going to try to scurry away, throws it, and it does not reach his intended receiver or bounces off of him. That was Sean Weiss. So now we're looking at 4th down and 13. And the Cowboys want to get one more out there. Sage Weiss is going to be doing the punting. He's back at about the 20. And a very high punt, spiraling, is going to bounce out of bounds at the Rough Riders 48-yard line. That's where they'll begin. 1st and 10. Cowboys trailing the River City Rough Riders 14-6. 2:09 to go in the first. You're watching Eau Claire Cowboy Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2.
Looking for a job that offers a 40-hour work week with overtime opportunities, a flexible schedule, great benefits plus incentive pay opportunities? Ashley Furniture can offer it all. Apply in person or online.
Josh Murray, the quarterback for the Rough Riders. One back to his side, off to the near side. Murray's going to look, throws a screen pass into the backfield, and Cowboys right there.
Looks like number 38 on that tackle. Sammy McBride.
I think that went to Jalonzo Jackson, I think. So there's a loss of four in the play. Yep, 2nd and 14 for the Rough Riders. Coming up on a minute and a half remaining, first quarter. River City Rough Riders 14, the Eau Claire Cowboys 6. Murray takes the snap. This time he's going to give it to Jeffrey Peoples. Peoples around the left side, gets out across midfield and is rolled out of bounds in front of the Rough Riders bench at about the 45 of the Cowboys. Well, actually, they got him out of bounds before that. Looks like they're going to bring it out to about the 47. .48 seconds left first quarter. Rough Riders to get probably one more playoff here. Devion Clay in the backfield. Off to the right of Josh Murray. Murray has run in for 2 touchdowns so far for the Rough Riders. Murray takes the snap, comes around the near side, big hole off right tackle. He's brought down at the 40 of the Cowboys, and that is enough for a Rough Riders first down. Five seconds left to go in the first quarter, and this will likely be the end of the first quarter. With the score, the River City Rough Riders 14, the Eau Claire Cowboys 6. We'll be back with second quarter action. You're watching Eau Claire Cowboy Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2.
Time now for Cowboy Halftime, where we'll get to know one of this year's Cowboy players on Cowboy Profile, and then we'll focus on skills. All that coming up right after this timeout.
How will you make your mark? With over 200 jobs, the Army can help you find the answer. No matter your career goals, the Army can get you there. The Army can impact your life in many ways. That's why we offer a variety of benefits to support what's most important to you, your family, and your future. Visit GoArmy.com, request information, watch videos, and see how the Army could be right for you.
Whether you're building, buying, or selling a home, it's one of the biggest decisions of your life. A professional home inspection gives you an independent, unbiased view of any problems and possible solutions, so that you'll have all the facts you need to make an informed decision. Contact Home Inspectors of America and Jared Heffling at 651-202-0334 for your inspection. Every inspection is a complete and thorough analysis of all the major systems and components in the home. Complete your home transaction with knowledge and confidence by calling Jared Heffling at 651-202-0334.
Welcome back to Simpson Field on the UW Eau Claire campus. We're about to begin the second quarter. The Eau Claire Cowboys trail the River City Rough Riders 14-6. Rough Riders with the ball. Paul Renault, Ann Monroe, Dan Petshaw, Jay Fall with you. Going the other way this time at the quarter switch. Josh Murray fakes a handoff to Peoples and gets out of the grasp of the Cowboy defense, gets away again, sweeps around to the right side, throws at the 35-yard line, wide open.
He was past the line of scrimmage.
He was way past the line of scrimmage. That's why I didn't even bother to pick up the binoculars to see who caught that. And we have an illegal forward pass against the River City Rough Riders. So that's a loss of down. It'll be second down and 11.
No yardage assessed on that pivot?
No, that's unused. Just the loss of down, I guess.
Looks like 2 yards or 1.
And again, Murray back to throw, throws it out down, and his receiver actually got taken down at the 50-yard line for a loss on the play. Devion Clay caught that one. So I guess the Cowboy defense assessed the penalty yardage. Third down and 20. Ball is at midfield. Rough Riders talking about it. Murray and Peoples in the backfield. Murray looking to throw, scurries to the near side, still scurrying. Now he's got to keep it, and Murray's going to be run out of bounds at the 41-yard line. (14-6) is the score. The Rough Riders out in front of the Cowboys. And the ball is fourth down and 12 at the 42-yard line. We have not seen any lightning around here, so we continue to play. Rough Riders on 4th and long. Murray's going to stay in there. Peoples to his right. 2 wideouts far side. Murray looking to throw, fakes, still trying to direct things, and he's going to let one fly to the end zone. Wide open is his receiver. Incomplete. All right. That was for Corey Jefferson Jr. So the Cowboys take over on downs from the 42-yard line, their own. Join us on Saturday, July 22nd, a week from today, on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and NLWN2 as we bring you the Cowboys as they travel to Verona, Wisconsin to take on the Madison Mad Dogs in their first regular season game of 2023. Coverage begins at 2:30 with Cowboy Kickoff, followed by live play-by-play action. Cowboys getting ready to go back on offense. Their quarterback, Kari Dorsey. Dorsey takes a snap, fakes a handoff, is going to scurry around, throws, and open in the middle for the Cowboys is number 54. That's Chandler Starr. And he was a couple yards out in front of the post, so it's a first down for the Cowboys at the Rough Riders 46. 12:20 remains in the first half. Cowboys trail by 8. It's 14-6. River City Rough Riders in the lead. Cowboys now moving to the south. Come up to the line of scrimmage. Dorsey, 2 wideouts far side. Dorsey with the handoff goes to UJ Wilkerson. Wilkerson up the middle. Across the 45, down to the 44-yard line. Pick up a couple. Second down. Dorsey takes the snap, fakes a handoff to Wilkerson. Flags fly all over the place. Dorsey continues to run. He's tripped up at the 39-yard line, but there were penalty flags over on the far side of the field.
Maybe an offside on the defense?
That would be good. They're pointing out, the officials pointing toward the Rough Riders. And the signal from referee Pat Hammond.
Looks like we'll have a 2nd and 3.
Okay. And it is offside on the Rough Riders. 2nd and 3 on the 38-yard line. Kari Dorsey.
Jordan Renault's back there with him.
And Renault gets the handoff. He'll go up the middle, and he will be brought down at the 42-yard line. So Cowboys grinding it out. 3rd down and a long one. 10-13 left to go here in the second quarter. Dorsey takes a handoff. He's going to try to run forward, and the Cowboys stop him before he gets across the original line of scrimmage. James Washington on the tackle for the Rough Riders.
Looks like he lost 1.5 there on that play.
He's going to be looking at 4th down and about 3. Ball's on the 39-yard line. When this game is over, switch over to our sister station, NLWN TV, and watch the Eau Claire Cavaliers as they take on the St. Louis Park, Minnesota Pirates. That game should be just underway after this one is over on NLWN TV. 4th down and 3. Cowboys going for it, trailing by a touchdown, an extra point, or 2 points. Dorsey's going to give it to Renault.
And Renault breaks
Renault, yes, he does. Oh, up to the 35-yard line. 1st down, Cowboys. Great second and after effort by Jordan Renault.
Picked up 14 yards on that one.
Big carry. 1st and 10. Ball on the 26. 8:20 remains, second quarter. Cowboys trail by 8 to the River City Rough Riders.
Yeah, Jay, I thought he was stopped on that 4th down there, and he kept his legs driving.
High snap is going to be pulled back in by Dorsey. And he'll take it off left tackle, get the ball up to about the 23. So that'll be 2nd down and 6. 7.5 minutes left, second quarter. River City Rough Riders 14, Eau Claire Cowboys 6. Trips right, everybody in tight on the far side. Dorsey gets a high snap, can't pull that one in, bounces once. He's going to keep going
just throw
backward,
it away.
And
he threw it away, didn't he?
Well,
Isn't that an incomplete pass? So they're going to call that a fumble, I guess.
I guess so. Moving the chains the other way. 6:48 to go in the second quarter. And a fumble by the Cowboy offense gives it back to the Rough Riders. That was the second high snap in that series that Dorsey had to try to pull in. He got the first one down, but that one he didn't. And was just swarmed in the backfield. So Josh Murray and the Rough Riders. And the handoff goes to Jeffrey Peoples. Peoples around the near side, tripped up at midfield.
Looks like we got a penalty there.
Okay,
and block in the back.
And a little extra curricular activity in the backfield too. Officials talking about things. Personal foul on the Cowboys, or Rough Riders, sorry. And that is going to be a costly one. Goes back to the 33-yard line. Makes it
looks like
first
we got
down
a
and
holding
18.
on that one, Jay.
Oh, okay.
Looks like we got first and 18.
Peoples to the right of Murray for the Rough Riders. Long count. Murray's going to take it himself. Runs over to the right side, gets up to the 40, 45, midfield. And the jubilant Rough Riders over there see that he had enough for the first down. So that was an 18-yard keeper. .5:45 to go, second quarter. River City Rough Riders 14, Eau Claire Cowboys 6. Rough Riders break the huddle. Two wideouts go to the far side as they come to the near side as well. Murray and Peoples in the backfield. Murray takes a handoff, and then on a reverse, it comes back to Jalonzo Jackson. Jackson sprinting down the near sidelines, pushed out of bounds at the Cowboys' 35-yard line. That's another Rough Rider first down. Momentum right now still with the Rough Riders. 4:40 to go in the second. First and 10. Ball on the 36. 14-6. The Rough Riders out in front of the Cowboys. Javante Davis goes wide out to the far side. Jalonzo Jackson in the slot. Josh Murray calling out the signals as Jeff Peoples to his right. Fakes a handoff there. Ball goes on the ground for him. And Murray still lets it go, heading for the end zone. Nice defensive play there. Incomplete on the coverage for the Cowboys was Takan Hodges. Nope, check that. That was J.P. Hofling. And a little bit of light rain coming down now as we approach the 4-minute mark of the first half. And it looks like we have a timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. You're watching Eau Claire Cowboy Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2.
What to do after today's game? Come and join with the Cowboys at the Cowboys' favorite place, the Happy Hollow Tavern. The Happy Hollow is the Chippewa Valley's premier venue for watching your favorite sports teams. With over 20 HD TVs, every seat in the house gives you a great view. Not to mention amazing food and drink specials. So corral with the Cowboys at their favorite fifth quarter location, the Happy Hollow Tavern, located at 1628 Hillcrest Parkway in Altoona. With all the good people and good food, the Happy Hollow will soon be your favorite place too.
First and 10 Rough Riders. Murray, a few steps back, will hand the ball off to Corey Jefferson Jr. Jefferson on the right side, makes a cut inside, gets inside the red zone, finally twisted down by about 3 Cowboys at about the 18-yard line.
Well, Jay, that looks like about 3 plays in a row where they did that reverse action.
And we have an injured Cowboy on the field. So we'll take a break while they're out looking at him. I think that's Tarante Wilson. You're watching Eau Claire Cowboy Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2.
Let NLWN 2 and the Northern Light Webcasting Network bring you some tough semi-pro gridiron action. Our next broadcast will be on Saturday, July 22nd, when we will bring you the Eau Claire Cowboys taking on the Madison Mad Dogs from Verona, Wisconsin. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN 2 begins with Cowboy Kickoff at 2:40 p.m. That's live Eau Claire Cowboy Football on Saturday, July 22nd on the
I'll
Northern
try
Light
not to
Webcasting
mind too
Network
much.
and NLWN 2.
I don't mind them all. And we're done.
And now we're all set. Long count, 3:15 left to go. And pass faked, and keeping it himself is Josh Murray. Ball gets loose.
Fumble. Is it? Looks like they're saying he's down.
Yeah. So that was enough to pick up about 7. It'll be 3rd and 3 for the Rough Riders. They're at the 11-yard line. Murray takes the snap, gives it to Peoples. Jeff Peoples barreling up the middle, still going, and makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, River City Rough Riders. So now the River City Rough Riders to attempt the point after. We've got looks like they're going out for a 2-point conversion attempt. Rain coming down pretty steady, although skies to the north lightening up, or getting lighter, I'll put it that way, not lightning. Josh Murray, the quarterback. Jeffrey Peoples to his right, the same set they started out as. And Murray will take it in for the 2-point conversion. 2:13 remains in the second quarter. And the River City Rough Riders increase their lead. It is 22-6. You're watching Eau Claire Cowboy Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2.
Whether you're building, buying, or selling a home, it's one of the biggest decisions of your life. A professional home inspection gives you an independent, unbiased view of any problems and possible solutions, so that you'll have all the facts you need to make an informed decision. Contact Home Inspectors of America and Jared Heffling at 651-202-0334 for your inspection. Every inspection is a complete and thorough analysis of all the major systems and components in the home. Complete your home transaction with knowledge and confidence by calling Jared Heffling at 651-202-0334.
Whether you're a student athlete, a professional or semi-professional athlete, or a family athlete, when your body needs recovery, see the professionals at Athletic Wellness of Eau Claire. Athletic Wellness can help enhance recovery, help improve performance, and help prevent injury. Whether you require pneumatic compression, percussive massage, electrical stimulation, one-to-one stretching, or red light infrared sauna, Athletic Wellness can provide it all. Give Athletic Wellness a call at 715-514-2528 or stop in at 2914 London Road in Eau Claire. Athletic Wellness is the official performance recovery center for the Eau Claire Cowboys.
Welcome back. Rain coming down pretty steady. Cowboys take the kickoff. That's Ray Liggins coming up with it, and he is driven back. I think he got to the 25-yard line before the Rough Riders drove him back about 5 yards. 22-6, the Rough Riders out in front of the Cowboys. Getting things set up here for the Cowboys to start 1st and 10. Ball's on the 37. Sun's coming out while the rain's coming down. Kari Dorsey awaiting the snap. And ball ends up rolling on the ground, and it's picked up by Anthony Marcourt. Minute 57 remains in the second quarter. And a 2-minute warning going to both sides. 1:57 remaining in the second quarter. It's 22 for the River City Rough Riders, 6 for the Eau Claire Cowboys. You're watching Eau Claire Cowboy Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2.
You quit smoking and thought, that's that. But here's the thing about lung cancer. By the time you see the symptoms, it could be too late. But now, there's a new scan that can detect lung cancer early when it's more curable. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back to Simpson Field on the UW Eau Claire campus. A minute 57 remains in the second quarter. Eau Claire Cowboys with the ball. Second and about 13. Kari Dorsey with Anthony Marquardt at his side. Dorsey looking to throw, throws down along the near side, and trying to get there is Jordan Fons, and he is looking for a call of pass interference, and is not going to get it. Incomplete. Second down, or third down and 13. Waiting for a game ball to get out there, I think. When this game is over, switch over to our sister station, NLWN TV, and watch the Eau Claire Cavaliers take on the St. Louis Park, Minnesota Pirates. That game should be getting underway when this one finishes. Rick Olson will have the call on that one. Oh, I guess they left the ball way down there in the area of dispute. Third and 13. 1:51 remains, second quarter. Dorsey has to leap for the snap. He'll hand it off to Marquardt, and that's Jordan Renault. And
he almost broke that one.
Yep.
They just got him by the ankles.
And that will bring up fourth down for the Cowboys, but the Rough Riders want a timeout. Minute 40 to go, second quarter, 22-6. Rough Riders lead the Cowboys. You're watching Eau Claire Cowboy Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2.
You see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're in the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that? I'm playing with these new face filters. Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin!
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
4th and 4. Long 4.
4th and 4. Dorsey gets the snap, looking to throw long again, and it is knocked down. Keith Richardson got his hand on that. That pass was intended for Tiquan Hodges. And so now the Rough Riders will take over on downs. Minute 40 left to go, second quarter, and the Rough Riders leading 22-6.
He knows what I'm showing him.
Little coaching from the booth here, that's all. No worries. 1st and 10 for the Rough Riders. 42-yard line. As they're resetting the chains, the Rough Riders with a short field now. Shorter than the Cowboys had. Their quarterback, Josh Murray. Murray throws it out on his side to Corey Jefferson Jr. Jefferson stepping high, trying to get out of bounds, and he is brought down at the 30. That should be enough for a first down for the Rough Riders. Minute 19 and counting. First half, 22-6 in favor of the River City Rough Riders. First and 10, it's Murray. Peoples off to his right side. Pair of wideouts right side. And Murray's going to throw it forward to try, and Peoples couldn't get there to pick it up, incomplete. 51 seconds left, first quarter. Cowboys trailing. Rough Riders with the ball. They've been able to do it mainly on the ground. We expected this to be a running game for both teams. It was a 21-yard touchdown pass, and that was by the Cowboys. So River City Rough Riders grinding it out on the ground. And just as I say that, a pass gets over to Jalonzo Jackson, and he's run out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. On the coverage for the Cowboys was Ray Liggins. So first down, Rough Riders. Rough Riders up to the line. Devion Clay now is the back to the side of quarterback Josh Murray. And Murray pumps once, tries to get rid of the ball. He does, and he finds an open receiver that was allowed out into the open. They finally brought him down at the 5-yard line. And I think that was Jalonzo Jackson. 32 seconds left in the first half. And the Rough Riders want a timeout. We'll take one as well. Eau Claire Cowboy Football is on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2.
love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
What are you doing in there? What's that?
I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
First and goal at the 8 for the River City Rough Riders. Murray takes the snap, calmly looks to the left and is running out of time, gets away, throws it, and that ball incomplete in the end zone. It was trapped and released by Javante Davis. Invite you to stay tuned for halftime programming, and then we'll have second half action for you following that. River City Rough Riders 22, Eau Claire Cowboys 6. Devion Clay to the right of Josh Murray. Murray looking in the end zone, gets by one defender. He's going to loop around and head for the cone, and he was
short.
Not. Yep, he's taken out at the 1, and a timeout called. 8 seconds left in the first half. And the Rough Riders will have enough time to get one play off here. Getting the clock reset here for 13 seconds remaining. Third and goal. Looks like the ball is going to be out at the 2. Well, 1. Rough Riders in tight around it. Murray with Devion Clay in the backfield. Hands it to Clay. Clay with a hole up the middle. Gets in. Touchdown, Rough Riders. So the River City Rough Riders now lead by a score of 28-6. We have 8 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And so the Rough Riders trying to get together a plan here for the extra points. They're leading by 22. And they'll be going for 2. Murray and Clay. Murray gonna just toss it into the end zone. to a wide open Christopher Garner.
Showed the big man some love there on the two-point
That's
conversion.
right. So he probably doesn't have the opportunity to catch the ball very often, and it puts 2 points on the board for his team. And with 8 seconds left in the second quarter, it's the River City Rough Riders 30, the Eau Claire Cowboys 6. You're watching Eau Claire Cowboy Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2.
But I wash off the grapes. Okay. You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive?
Nope. I'm high. That's all right. Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
River City Rough Riders getting set to kick off. There's just 8 seconds left here in the second quarter of this game. Rough Riders lead the Cowboys 30-6. And Jalonzo Jackson with a place kicking. Nice end-over-end kick is going to be taken at the 10-yard line. It's being brought up the field by Sage Weiss. And Weiss will be brought down across the 20-yard line out to about the 22. And the Cowboys are going to have 1 second left here in the second to put the ball in play. And it's halftime. So the River City Rough Riders 30-6 over the Eau Claire Cowboys. We invite you now to stay tuned for halftime programming. You're watching Eau Claire Cowboy Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2.
Time now for Cowboy Halftime, where we'll get to know one of this year's Cowboy players on Cowboy Profile, and then we'll focus on skills. All that coming up right after this timeout.
How will you make your mark? With over 200 jobs, the Army can help you find the answer. No matter your career goals, the Army can get you there. The Army can impact your life in many ways. That's why we offer a variety of benefits to support what's most important to you, your family, and your future. Visit GoArmy.com, request information, watch videos, and see how the Army could be right for
you. Time now for Cowboy Profile, where we take a look at one of this year's Eau Claire Cowboy players. And now, Cowboy Profile.
Today on Cowboy Profile, we're talking with Sage Weiss. And Sage, why don't you give us a little bit of background information, where you grew up and the football that you've played?
I grew up in Durand, Wisconsin. Played a little football there. I've been playing football for my whole life, backyard football, with my friends, buddies growing up. In its end, I went to the Crush. I actually met Fred on the Eau Claire Crush a long time ago. Just kept sticking with playing football.
Now, you've been around for a while, and if you were back with that older version of the Crush, is it getting harder and harder to get out and do this as one of the old guys on the team?
Yeah, man, it definitely is. I never thought I'd see the day that it actually was. I'd always hear about it when I was younger, and I'm like, not me, you know. But every jump and every fall, it takes a little harder to get up. But my motivation and my love for the game, it just brings me to keep going.
Now, what's got you excited about this year's Cowboys team?
Oh, man, the players we have are an unbelievable group. Coach Fred, I love Coach Fred, hands down. just the kind of guys we have in this team. They all care about each other a lot. I'm excited to see where we go. Just a lot of, different things.
So when you're not playing football, what are some other things that keep you occupied or active?
I have a 4-year-old daughter, so
that'll do it.
Yeah, that pretty much covers it there. I'm outside. I work outside. I'm always going to the gym, to prepare for the upcoming season, and just always trying to be in the gym and be active.
All right, Sage, we've got a few rapid-fire questions for you. This is our trademark question. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Cookies. Switch it up.
Which kind?
Chocolate chip. Classics.
It's the all-American classic cookie. Burgers, brats, or hot dogs?
Brats.
Brats, okay. And when you're looking at that brat, you want ketchup, mustard, neither, both?
Ketchup, mustard, relish, whatever you can fit on there, I'm getting it.
Whatever you can get in the buns, go for it.
Exactly.
All right. Your favorite NFL team?
Minnesota Vikings.
Okay. And is there an NFL player who, throughout the generations, that you've kind of patterned your play after?
Oh, man, that's a hard one. You could say Randy Moss, but I'm just not even near the level. But I've been actually going to study at Julian Edelman, so I kind of want to be like an Edelman in this team. So.
Okay. All right. Now, Sage, if you had a superpower, what do you think that might be?
Oh, man, that's a good one. It's crazy, but man, when Spider-Man first came out, I was obsessed. So I have to say, just be Spider-Man. That'd be my superpower.
Be able to sling webs and swing around. And, now, since Spider-Man already took that name, you need to have a superhero name to go with it. What do you think that might be?
Oh, man.
Something like the Webmaster.
Yeah, I could say, I'll take that one. Webmaster is a good one.
Okay. We're talking with Sage Weiss today on Cowboy Profile. And how about a shout out to the family and people who are watching Cowboy games?
My brothers, Lincoln, Uriah, Kaylee, my daughter, Adeline, my mom, my dad. Love you.
So when people come to Cowboy games or they watch our broadcasts, what number are they looking for if they're trying to find Sage, and where do you play on the field?
Number 4, slot receiver.
Okay, we want to thank Sage Weiss for joining us today on Cowboy Profile. Coming up next, more Cowboy Halftime.
You've been tuned to Cowboy Profile, with a look at one of this season's Eau Claire Cowboy players. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2. Stay tuned. Coming up is more Cowboy Halftime.
Drop Zone Septic and Portable Toilet Rentals in Eau Claire is the area's portable toilet provider specialist serving Eau Claire and the surrounding areas. We have portable toilets for construction sites, festivals, weddings, graduations, family reunions, and more. We also offer hand washing stations. Contact Drop Zone Septic and Portable Toilet Rentals by calling 715-577-0717. That's Drop Zone Septic and Portable Toilet Rentals. Remember, it's not a party until you have a porta potty.
NLWN 2 now presents Focus on Skills, where Cowboy coaches and players demonstrate the skills that help make football players successful. And now, Focus on Skills.
Welcome to Focus on Skills. I'm Coach Brian Pino. I'm the defensive coordinator for the Eau Claire Cowboys, and I'm here to show a few basic skills to help you get better at your game of football. This time we're with our wide receiver, Sage Weiss. We are going to be showing the proper technique to break down for an out route. On the snap, he will be going up approximately 5 yards, giving a good fake to the inside before he takes his strong stride to the outside. Ready, set, go. Go. All right, and I'm going to have him stop to show you as he's coming. Good hard step, and then immediately out to the left, to your left, his right. Prepared to catch the ball. All right, we'll walk you through this time. As he's coming up, he wants to plant hard and have his head turn around immediately looking for the ball to come. The quarterback is anticipating his cut, and it's a timing route anyway, so the quarterback should have the ball out almost before the wide receiver actually makes his cut.
You've been tuned to Focus on Skills, where Cowboy coaches and players demonstrate the skill that help make football players successful. Stay tuned, more Cowboy Halftime is coming up, followed by second half action.
Sterling Optical in Eau Claire has been in business for 30 years and is truly the place where you will find the best value and selection when it comes to the vision needs for you and your family. In addition to their extensive line of value frames, ophthalmic lenses, and contact lenses, they also have the area's largest selection of designer frames from brands that include Ray-Ban, Michael Kors, Coach, and Oakley. Stop in and visit Sterling Optical at 4054 Commonwealth Avenue, Eau Claire, or call 715-833-1220. That's Sterling Optical in Eau Claire. You've been tuned to Cowboy Halftime on the Northern
Okay,
Light
now I can
Webcasting
hear.
Network and NLWN2. Stay tuned. Coming up next is second half action of today's Eau Claire Cowboys game.
Now we can have to get your lawn or garden to perform at attracting what you want. You first need to know what your soil is working with. That's where Midwest Environmental Consultants can help. Their soil testing service can give you a complete rundown on your soil's nutrition and health. They test for nitrogen levels, phosphorus, potash, micronutrients, minerals, pH, and organic matter. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants put you in control of your soil's health. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 608-468-2067. That's Midwest Environmental Consultants, serving Western Wisconsin.
Welcome back to Simpson Field on the UW Eau Claire campus. Coming out of halftime, 30-6, the Eau Claire Cowboys are trailing the River City Rough Riders. Some stats here for the Cowboys quickly before we get going in the second half here. Kari Dorsey in the passing department, 2 of 6 for 34 yards and a touchdown. Rushing, U.J. Wilkerson has carried the ball 4 times for 7 yards. Kari Dorsey has rushed 7 times for a -1 and a fumble. Jordan Renault, the leading ball carrier, 4 carries, 48 yards. And Anthony Marquardt, 3 for 5. In the receiving area, it's Tiquan Hodges has caught 1 for 21 yards, the touchdown, and the other reception, 1 for 13 for Chandler Starrin. And that is how it looks for the Cowboys here. A quick scoring summary. It was all, actually it started out with a 33-yard run for Josh Murray of the Rough Riders at 8:59 to go in the first. The kick failed, and it was 6-0. Dorsey to Hodges is the only score for the Cowboys, a 21-yard pass at the 6-minute mark in the first quarter, and then an 8-yard run by Josh Murray with 4:15 to go in the first. And 12-yard runs by Jeffrey Peoples and a 2-yard run by Devion Clay are the other scores, and that gives us our halftime score of 30-6. And the ball kicked to the Rough Riders, Michael Ewards to start out with, and he is carrying, or that's Corey Jefferson Jr., and Jefferson gets the ball out to the 27-yard line, but a flag goes down in about that area. And we will get the call over here from referee Pat Hammond. It's a dead ball foul, and it will be a personal foul on the Rough Riders. Not sure exactly what that call was specifically, but so it's 1st and 10 for the Rough Riders. They are back on their own 12-yard line. Josh Murray is still in at quarterback. Jeffrey Peoples is to his right side in the backfield. Rough Riders have been going pretty much all game with just one man in the backfield, and getting the call, Jeff Peoples. And Peoples goes right up the middle. He'll get across the 15 up to about the 17-yard line. 14 and a half minutes to go, third quarter. The Cowboys trail the Rough Riders 30-6. I'm Jay Fall here with Paul Renault on color and Monroe on the controls. Dan Petshaw with the camera. Rick Olson is waiting for Cavalier baseball that you can see on our sister station, NLWN TV. When this one is done, Cavs are taking on the St. Louis Park, Minnesota Pirates. And another big run for the Rough Riders. That's Josh Murray. And Murray runs out to his bench, out of bounds, and we have a timeout called by the Cowboys. 13:43 remaining third quarter. Rough Riders 30, Cowboys 6. You're watching Eau Claire Cowboy Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2.
Ready for a better way to bank? Switch to Royal Credit Union. Royal Credit Union is a financial co-op, not a corporation, so we return earnings to our members. That means you get low or no fees for account services and better rates on deposits and loans. You'll also have all the digital tools you need at your fingertips, so managing your account is easy. Royal is ready to help you discover the credit union difference. Switch to Royal Credit Union today at rcu.org/difference. Insured by NCUA.
Join us a week from today, Saturday, July 22nd on the Northern Light Webcasting Audio Service and NLWN2 as we bring you the Cowboys as they travel to Verona, Wisconsin to take on the Madison Mad Dogs in their final regular season game of 2023. Coverage begins at 2:30 with Cowboy Kickoff, followed by live play-by-play action. And we're back ready to play again. 13:43 to go, third quarter. Taking the snap is Murray. Murray scurrying left, then right. And he's going to take it himself as he is dragged out of bounds over on the far sidelines there. Flag on the play. That's stopped by Chris Bowden. And it looks like they're pointing to the Rough Riders. Well, see what Pat has to say here, or show us. It's holding, it looks like. Holding on the Rough Riders. So the ball is moved back to the 19-yard line. So it's first and about 19. Josh Murray takes the snap, going to keep it himself, comes out to the short side here. Now he's up the middle. He ran into his own man and ended up on the turf. Then got back up. He was bounced to the ground quickly at about the 30-yard line. And it looks like Corey Jefferson Jr. came over there to apologize. So it's ball is on the 30-yard line.
How much?
13-13, is it? (30-6). The Rough Riders out in front of the Eau Claire Cowboys. So the officials go back into place. Josh Murray gets his helmet back on. Jeffrey Peoples off to his right. Pair of wideouts on the near side. And the handoff goes to Jeffrey Peoples. Peoples off left tackle will just drive it up to the 35-yard line. I shouldn't say just, because he had to go through some Eau Claire Cowboys to get there. So it's third down and about 3. 12 and a half minutes remain in the third quarter. Cowboys trail 30-6. Rough Riders up to the line. DeAndre Houston, one of the wideouts on the near side. Murray gives it to Peoples. Peoples will duck around the near side, push a couple of defenders off before he is run out of bounds at about the 46-yard line of the Rough Riders. Plenty for a first down. When this game is over, switch over to our sister station, NLWN TV, and watch the Eau Claire Cavaliers take on the St. Louis Park, Minnesota Pirates. That game will be underway when this one is done. So finish it out with us and head over and watch the Cavs. You can join us tomorrow on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and NLWN TV. As we continue to bring you Eau Claire Cavalier baseball, the Cavaliers will travel to Bloomer, Wisconsin, take on the Bloomer Woodticks. Coverage begins at 12 noon with the Dugout Show, followed by live play-by-play action. 1st and 10 for the Rough Riders on their own 46. Dropping back to throw is Murray. Murray throwing long, and it is caught and delayed into the end zone, galloping in Javante Davis. So 10:48 remains here in the third quarter. And the Rough Riders stretch their lead. It's now 36-6. Ball resting for the point after attempt. And it looks like the Rough Riders going for 2. Two backs with Murray. Murray fires for the far corner of the end zone, and it is caught for a 2-point conversion by Jalonzo Jackson. So with 10:48 to go, third quarter, it's the River City Rough Riders 38, the Eau Claire Cowboys 6. You're watching Eau Claire Cowboy Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2.
After we're done here, where would you like to stop to eat?
I heard the Doghouse Bar and Grill in Whitehall is really good.
You know, my coworkers and I stopped there on a work trip. They have great service, good burgers, and fries.
When we went there, we discovered great food and drinks at great prices. You really can't go wrong with any of the menu options.
I had the patty melt. It was amazing, and the Doghouse fries were just as good.
I guess it's the Doghouse Bar and Grill for us.
Then let's head to 36378 Abrams Street in Whitehall.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, like, they can do it too, you know? I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
We're back at Simpson Field on UW Eau Claire Campus. The Eau Claire Cowboys trail the River City Rough Riders 38-6. 10:48 remains in the third quarter. DeAndre Houston is now doing the kicking for the Rough Riders. Up to the ball. Low end over end kick. And it is brought up field.
Looks like Ray Liggins on the return.
Yep. Ray Liggins.
We've got a flag. I think it's a face mask.
And we'll have Pat Hammond and company sort it all out. Personal foul, face mask. Yep. So ball is now at the ball spotted at the 45-yard line. Join us tomorrow on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and NLWN TV as we bring you Eau Claire Cavalier baseball. The Cavaliers will travel to Bloomer, Wisconsin to take on the Bloomer Woodticks. Coverage begins at 12 noon with the Dugout Show followed by live play-by-play action. Okay, so still working on getting the starting point here for the ball.
Looks like we'll be at the 41-yard line.
Yeah. Near side hash marks. Next Saturday, July 22nd, on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and NLWN2, we'll bring you the Cowboys as they travel to Verona to take on the Madison Mad Dogs in their final regular season game of 2023. Coverage begins at 2:30 with Cowboy Kickoff, followed by live play-by-play action. Handoff goes to Jordan Renault. And Renault tackled in the backfield. One snap there for Shane Van Roos. Going to be a loss of a couple on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 12. And now, looks like we have Kari Dorsey back in there. Also coming in is Chris Bowden. Trying to get some different people in there to get something going here. Jordan Renault is in the backfield. And we have whistles right after the snap. And we have a timeout called by the Eau Claire Cowboys. 9:12 remains, third quarter. Eau Claire 6, the River City Rough Riders 38. You're watching Eau Claire Cowboy Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN2.
When you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it, rest assured, you can still get that meal by going to Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Mom's is open daily, serving breakfast and lunch, and don't forget dinner on Friday nights with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee is always hot, the breakfast is always delicious, and lunch will put a smile on your face and in your stomach. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub.
Dropping back to throw, Shane Van Roos. And his pass intended for Kari Dorsey falls incomplete.
He just said, I think a swear word there on the field.
So the Cowboys don't need to go any more the following direction. Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Cowboys. Clock. Yep. So ball on the 31-yard line. So that's 19, 24, 28. Third and Augusta. Dorsey in at quarterback. Dorsey on the draw, looks forward, and he'll get up to the 44-yard line. And that brings up fourth down. And 15. Cowboys have to get to the 41. Dorsey rolls to his left, being pursued, and it looks like an interception. Getting in there to pick it off for the Rough Riders, number 20, Mario Mack, one of the linebackers. And he caught that ball at about the 42-yard line. So the ball will start on the 39-yard line for the Rough Riders, their own 39. 7:05 left to go, third quarter. Cowboys trailing the River City Rough Riders 38-6. Way off the line of scrimmage is Josh Murray. the quarterback, and he will hand it off to Devion Clay. And Clay will be knocked out of bounds at the in Cowboy territory at about the 48. First and 10 for the Rough Riders. Approaching 6.5 minutes left, third quarter. Cowboys down by 32. Josh Murray moves one of his back, and it's snapped short to Corey Jefferson Jr., and Jefferson cannot get out of the backfield. Good size loss for the Rough Riders, back to their own 44. So that makes it 2nd and 17. Five and a half minutes left to go, third quarter. Corey Jefferson Jr. is lined up here on the right side, or left side, sorry, near side. Josh Murray says something to Jeff Peoples back there. And a pitch fake, and down the right sidelines, his intended receiver had that ball bounce off his chest. Down along the far sidelines, that appears to be number 8, Michael Ewards. He's listed as a defensive end and linebacker. So the Rough Riders trying a bunch of different players here. Exactly 5 minutes left to go in the third. It's 38-6. The Cowboys are trailing the River City Rough Riders. Josh Murray tosses it out to the far side. DeAndre Houston, number 81. Rough Riders left just a little bit short. Well, I shouldn't say a little bit. 4th and 7, it looks like. Fourth and 7. Snap goes back to Josh Murray. Murray still scurrying over on the far side. Now he cuts up the middle, and Murray is going to be double teamed down at the 40-yard line, and that's going to be a couple of yards shy of the first down, so the Cowboys should be getting it back on downs here. And they will. Eau Claire Cavalier baseball today. Cavs taking on the St. Louis Park, Minnesota Pirates. That game should be starting about the time this one gets over, so you can... Oh, I guess it is. It looks like 4-0 Pirates. So the Eau Claire Cowboys take over on the 40, their own. First and 10. We're inside 4 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Kari Dorsey in at quarterback.
Hands off to Markwart.
Markwart comes out of the middle and gets very close to midfield. Nice run by Markwart. He gets up near midfield and near the first down marker.
It's got a flag in the play.
And it's offside on the Rough Riders. Had some Rough Riders calming down one of their teammates there. It might have been Troy Prill, who added a colorful adjective to the placement of the ball. So that is going to be a first down for the Cowboys at the 45-yard line.
Should be 1st and 5.
Yeah, they're a little behind on the sideline there. They have it at second. There we go. Markwart again off to the side of Dorsey. Dorsey fires up the middle, and it is caught and dropped by number 4, Sage Weiss. So now 2nd and 5. Join us tomorrow on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and NLWN TV as we bring you Eau Claire Cavalier baseball. The Cavs will travel to Bloomer to take on the Bloomer Woodticks. Coverage begins at 12 noon with the Dugout Show followed by live play-by-play action. Second and 5, Cowboys on their own 45-yard line. Kari Dorsey hands it off to Markwart.
Wilkerson on the carry.
Oh, Wilkerson, all right, and Wilkerson
looks like he picked up
to
4.
the midfield. It's going to be just shy of the first down. They're going to give him, well, let's see where they put it. Yep, he's going to be a yard short. Pick up a 4, 3rd and 1. Wilkerson next to Dorsey. High snap, a fake handoff. Dorsey around the left side. Scurries down to the 30-yard line of the Rough Riders. Actually, I think they're going to spot his progress to the 29, and that'll be a first down for the Cowboys. Join us a week from today, Saturday, July 22nd, on the Northern Light Webcasting audio service and NLWN2 as we bring you the Cowboys as they travel to Verona, Wisconsin to take on the Madison Mad Dogs in their final regular season game of 2023. Coverage begins at 2:30 with Cowboy Kickoff, followed by live play-by-play action. Kari Dorsey on 1st and 10 takes the snap. He'll give the handoff to Ujay Wilkerson. Wilkerson trying to fight his way to the right side, and he's taken down by about 4 Rough Riders and ends up losing a couple. 1 minute and a half to go here in the third quarter. The River City Rough Riders leading the Northwest Division and this game 38-6. Rough Riders are 8-0 coming into this one. The Cowboys had only lost one, and that was to the Rough Riders down in Galesville. And a handoff fake. Dorsey's going to throw it to the end zone, and it is incomplete, just off the fingertips of his intended receiver, number 8, Jordan Fonz. Cowboys trying a bunch of different things here to get some offense going. There's 55 seconds remaining in the third. And they are down by 32 to the River City Rough Riders. And handoff faked, and Dorsey was going to try to keep it, and he's dropped. More loss for the Cowboys. Back to the 35-yard line. Approaching a half minute left, third quarter. And Cowboys just going to let the clock expire here in the third quarter. So at the end of three quarters, it's the River City Rough Riders 38, the Eau Claire Cowboys 6. You're watching Eau Claire Cowboys football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2. Welcome back to Simpson Field. About to begin the fourth quarter. Eau Claire Cowboys down 38-6. It's fourth down and about 15 for Eau Claire. They are on the Rough Riders 15-yard line. Anthony Marquardt in the backfield, it looks like, with Kari Dorsey. Dorsey gets a snap, looking to throw again. Throwing from the near corner of the end zone, doubled up, and that ball goes out of bounds along with the two Rough Riders and intended receiver, Chris Bowden. Cowboys will send it over to the Rough Riders on downs. And 6 seconds used in the fourth quarter. Join us a week from today, Saturday, July 22nd, on the Northern Light Webcasting audio service and NLWN 2 as we bring you the Cowboys as they travel to Verona, Wisconsin to take on the Madison Mad Dogs in their final regular season game of 2023. Coverage begins at 2:30 with Cowboy Kickoff, followed by live play-by-play action. That's a week from today. So 1st and 10 for the Rough Riders, starting on their own 35-yard line. Handoff will be given to Jeffrey Peoples. Peoples will run off left tackle up to about the 40-yard line. Picks up 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Rough Riders. 38-6, Rough Riders leading the Cowboys. Clock continuing to run. And the Rough Riders content to keep it running. Murray takes the snap. Fires a short pass. It's caught by Cody Fingston. And Fingston into Cowboys territory. Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. That's a first down for the Rough Riders. In progress now. Eau Claire Cavaliers taking on the St. Louis Park, Minnesota Pirates. You can view that game when this one's done on NLWN TV. $13:15 to go, fourth quarter. Jeffrey Peoples and Josh Murray talking in the backfield of the Rough Riders. And a reverse. Again, this one taken by Luke Holloway. And Holloway will get back to about the line of scrimmage. Seeing some players we have not seen in here before, at least, notice the numbers. Second and 11. 12 and a half minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Brian Pena talking to Pat Hammond over on the sidelines. 12 minutes left now. Josh Murray and Jeffrey Peoples in the backfield. Single wide out far side as well as on the near side. Handoff goes to Jeffrey Peoples. Peoples is going to barrel up the middle, and he's probably, and he gets out of there, still running, 40, 35, 30. Jeffrey Peoples down to the 30 and gets inside the 15-yard line. Peoples kept running and got all the way inside the red zone. And that's about how it's been going all day here. It looks like the Rough Riders have been able to run at will. 10:45 left to go in the ball game. The Rough Riders are leading the Cowboys by a score of 38-6. First and 10. Ball on the 18. On the reverse, handoff goes to Corey Jefferson Jr. Jefferson breaks away, twisted into the end zone. Touchdown, Rough Riders. .10:04 remains in the ball game. 18-yard run. Corey Jefferson Jr. And the ball awaiting the Rough Riders point after conversion. And they've had success with 2-pointers. That's probably what they're going to stick with. Josh Murray takes the snap. He's going to hand the ball off to Troy Prill. And Prill stops short. 10:04 remains, fourth quarter. The River City Rough Riders 44, Eau Claire Cowboys 6. You're watching Eau Claire Cowboy Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Let NLWN TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network take you out to the ballgame. Our next broadcast will be on Sunday, July 16th, when we will bring you the Cavaliers taking on the Bloomer Woodticks in a doubleheader from Bloomer, Wisconsin. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN TV begins with the In the Dugout show at 12:05 p.m. That's a live Eau Claire Cavalier doubleheader on Sunday, July 16th on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN TV.
A low kick picked up by the Cowboys. Bringing it up was Tiquan Hodges. And he gets the ball to the 45-yard line. And since we have a point difference larger than 35, the clock will continue to run. First and 10, Cowboys. This is the only time this season the Cowboys have been on the short side of the running clock. On the 45-yard line, 44-6, River City Rough Riders lead, 8:50 remaining, fourth quarter. Dropping back, Kari Dorsey. Lots of time to throw, and that one nearly intercepted by the River City Rough Riders' Tracy Samuels, one of their defensive backs. Or check that, is Joe Diekman. Second and 10, Cowboys. Approaching 8 minutes remaining, fourth quarter. Cowboys send two wideouts on each end of the line of scrimmage, as it's Shane Van Roos calling the signals now. Van Roos thrown to the right, finds Taquan Hodges open at the 48-yard line. Picks up about 4 on the play, or 3. It's third down and 7, 7:15 remaining, running time, fourth quarter. We've talked a lot this season about the defense of the Cowboys. Well, it's the defense of the Rough Riders that have not that have kept the Cowboys in check, except for one score in the first quarter. Quick pass over the middle. That one went over the top and was kind of dangerous because a lot of people could have had that one. That one intended for Ray Liggins. Join us tomorrow on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and NLWN TV as we bring you Eau Claire Cavalier baseball. The Cavaliers will travel to Bloomer, Wisconsin to take on the Bloomer Woodticks. Coverage begins at 12 noon with the Dugout Show, followed by live play-by-play action. Cavaliers in action now. When this game is over, you can tune to our sister station, NLWN TV. Today, the St. Louis Park, Minnesota Pirates are the Cavs' opponent. Shane Van Roos, the signal caller for the Cowboys. And whistles all over the place. Jordan Renault in the backfield with him. Now, 4th and 7. And it looks like timeout. Fourth and 7. Ball is on the. Well, let's see. They got to move the ball up here. Here we go. One of the officials had placed it on the 45. It's supposed to be on the 48. 4th and 7. Van Roos fires one over the middle. Closest receiver was Ujay, I think. Nope, 4. That's Sage Weiss. And the Rough Riders get the ball back on downs. 4:57 and counting, fourth quarter. The Rough Riders leading the Eau Claire Cowboys by a score of 44-6. You're watching Eau Claire Cowboy Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN2.
When you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it, rest assured, you can still get that meal by going to Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Mom's is open daily, serving breakfast and lunch, and don't forget dinner on Friday nights with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee is always hot, the breakfast is always delicious, and lunch will put a smile on your face and in your stomach. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub.
Josh Murray hands the ball off to Devian Clay. Clay bursts up the middle. Takes it all the way down to the 34-yard line, it looks like, is where they're going to place it. That's a first down for the Rough Riders. 3:45 left to go in the ball game. 44-6. The River City Rough Riders lead the Eau Claire Cowboys. Next week, Cowboys wrap it up on the road in Verona. Murray fakes a handoff, rolls to his right to throw, has lots of pursuit. He's going to just throw the ball away. Approaching 3 minutes remaining in today's ball game. So we invite you to join us a week from today, Saturday, July 22nd, on the Northern Light Webcasting audio service and NLWN2, as we bring you the Cowboys as they travel to Verona, Wisconsin to take on the Madison Mad Dogs in their final regular season game of 2023. Coverage begins at 2:30 with Cowboy Kickoff, followed by live play-by-play action. Coming up on 2.5 minutes left to go in today's game. Devion Clay in the backfield with Josh Murray. Murray takes a good snap. He's going to fire a high, wobbly pass that's still going to be caught at the 12-yard line. A couple of Cowboys there to contain DeAndre Houston, who caught that one. Inside 2 minutes now. I don't think we're going to have a 2-minute warning with running time. Ball is placed on the 12-yard line of the Cowboys. For the Rough Riders, 1.5 minutes to go. Rough Riders break the huddle, no big hurry in which to do that. Clay in the backfield, single wideouts each end. And taking the ball is Josh Murray. Murray is going to take it to the house all by himself. So a 12-yard touchdown run by Murray. 49 seconds to go. And it is now 50-6. We will have the 2-point conversion attempt. Murray and Clay in the backfield. And that's the end of the ball game. They do not even try a 2-point conversion. So the final score today, 50-6. The River City Rough Riders improved their record to 9-0. The Eau Claire Cowboys fall to 7-2. They still remain in second place in the Northwest Division of the NLFL. We invite you to stay tuned for our post-game show. Hopefully we'll get to talk with Brian Pena and wrap things up here from Simpson Field in Eau Claire. You're watching Eau Claire Cowboy Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN2.
You've been tuned to Eau Claire Cowboy Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN2. This has been presented for the private enjoyment of our audience. Any broadcast, rebroadcast, or reproduction in any form without the express written consent of the Eau Claire Cowboys football team and the Northern Light Webcasting Network LLC is strictly prohibited. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Cowboy Roundup with a look at today's Cowboy game.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Time now for Cowboy Roundup, with a look back at today's Eau Claire Cowboys game. And now, back out to the stadium for Cowboy Roundup.
Welcome back to Simpson Field on the UW Eau Claire campus. The River City Rough Riders have defeated the Eau Claire Cowboys by a score of 50-6, and both teams still shaking hands. A lot of these guys know each other well, and we're kind of congratulating each other and encouraging each other throughout the entire game. And this was an important game. They're all important games, but this one a little more important. The River City Rough Riders now have a handle on the Northwest Conference with a 9-0 record, and the Eau Claire Cowboys 7-2, very soundly in second place. Scoring summary here. It started out with a 33-yard run by quarterback Josh Murray with 8:59 to go here in the first quarter. Point after kick failed. It was 6-0. Cowboys evened it up about 3 minutes later. A 21-yard pass from Kerry Dorsey to Taquan Hodges. The conversion on that one failed as well, and it was 6-6, tied and at 6:02 left in the first. That was the last time it was going to be deadlocked in the game. 4:15 remaining in the first, an 8-yard run by Josh Murray, and then Murray threw it to Jackson for a 2-point conversion. At the end of the first, it was 14-6 Rough Riders. Second quarter, most of the scoring in the last couple of minutes. 12-yard run by Jeffrey Peoples with a 2-yard touchdown or point after 2-point conversion run by Josh Murray that made it 22-6. And then with 8 seconds left in the half, Devion Clay ran it in from 2 yards out, and Murray found Christopher Gaynor for a 2-point conversion. At halftime, it was 30-6. Third quarter, one score, but it was a big play. Murray connected to Javante Davis on a 54-yard pass for the Rough Riders, and then Murray found Jalonzo Jackson in the end zone for a 2-point conversion after that, and it was 44-6 with 10:04 to go in the fourth. And then at that point, time was running. And with 49 seconds to go, the Rough Riders finished it off with a 12-yard run by Josh Murray. No point after conversion because they just let time run out. And that gives us a final of 50-6. Both teams still out on the field. We'll take a look at some unofficial statistics for the Eau Claire Cowboys. We will do that after we take a break. You're watching Eau Claire Cowboy Football postgame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2.
If I could be you could be me, just 1 hour.
Sure.
We could find a way to get inside each other's mind. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes.
Welcome back to Simpson Field. We'll run down some statistics here for the Cowboys. Kari Dorsey in the passing department was 2 of 11 for 34 yards, but one of those was a touchdown. Unfortunately, an interception in there as well. Van Roo was 1 of 4 for 3 yards. In the rushing department, it was Jordan Renault, the leading rusher, 5 carries for 46 yards. Kari Dorsey at quarterback, 10 carries for 21 yards. U.J. Wilkerson carried the ball 6 times for 9 yards. And Anthony Marquardt carried 3 times for 5 yards. Receiving, it was Taquan Hodges, 2 catches for 24 yards, one of them being the touchdown. And the other reception was for Chandler Starren, 1 catch for 13 yards. So unfortunately, not a lot of offensive production today for the Eau Claire Cowboys as they struggled against a very formidable River City Rough Riders defense, and the Rough Riders in the process ended up scoring 50 points to 6 points for the Eau Claire Cowboys. And it looks like, I'm going to see if we're going to have a conversation with Brian Pena here. Let's see, he's going over, well, it looks like he's going over to talk with his players who are some on the end line. So I think we will call it a day here from Simpson Field in Eau Claire. The River City Rough Riders defeating the Eau Claire Cowboys by a score of 50-6. Rough Riders now 9-0 on the season, and the Eau Claire Cowboys 7-2. They will go to Verona next week, take on the Madison Mad Dogs. You can see that and hear that game on the Northern Light Webcasting audio service and NLWN 2. Coverage begins at 2:30 with Cowboy Kickoff, followed by live play-by-play action. Cavalier baseball in progress on NLWN TV. If you want to switch over there and watch the Cavs, they take on St. Louis Park, Minnesota Pirates. Tomorrow on the Northern Light Webcasting audio service and NLWN TV, we'll bring you Cavaliers baseball. Cavs will travel to Bloomer to take on the Wood Ticks. Coverage begins at 12 noon with the Dugout Show, followed by live play-by-play action. We appreciate you sharing some of your Saturday afternoon with us. Wish we could have delivered a better outcome, but still hope you enjoyed the broadcast. For camera operator Dan Petshaw and Ann Monroe, along with color commentator Paul Renault, I'm Jay Fall. Thanks a lot for joining us. Good evening and have a great rest of the weekend.
You've been tuned to Cowboy Roundup, with a look back at today's Eau Claire Cowboys game. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN2.